Okay. Hello, everyone. This is our first live broadcast, which is probably going to be an utter disaster, given we just set up for the festival. But I got the pleasure to have with me Amy and Charlotte, and who are the organizers of another festival in London called Voila. All right. So it should not be about me or our festival, but it's just for the people who are watching. And what we got behind us right here, it's our open air venue, okay, and we're just setting up for tomorrow. Hopefully it will not rain, although we got a forecast for a bit of rain on Sunday, but we're gonna do our tribal dance tonight with a campfire and everything, voodoo or whatever, and hopefully we bring the sun. But enough talking. This is Physical 2021, Alba International Physical Theater Festival. So with me go Amy and Charlotte, and we spoke with Amy during our last interview. If there is a glitch, the line goes off or whatever, you guys stay with us. Okay, this is without a net. So we spoke with Amy. Charlotte, you want to introduce yourself? Tell us something about you, where you are right now. Okay.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. This is really, I'm really excited that you are, and everybody in your festival is going to be on stage tomorrow, and that there's going to be people there watching live. It's amazing. And yeah, I wish we could be there. I'm currently in Portugal. I work with Amy, who's based in London, and that's what makes Voila the truly European cross-border festival that it is. And I'm French, but I speak with American accent. It's the
Oh, okay,
yes.
got it. No, because I remember Amy told me that Voila was is like it began as a sort of French Franco-British festival or something like that, and that explains a lot. But are you actually on holiday or you're living in Portugal?
So I live in Portugal now, but I used to live in London, and I was a French actress and a theater maker, and the opportunity to put together multiple companies that were doing work in French and in English, or either bilingual or using influences from both cultures, let's say, kind of sprouted into Voilà Festival, hence the name Voilà, a very French name, which means there you go. And basically, after Brexit, this kind of Franco-English festival felt like there was a whole lot of other people. We were in it became a different mind, a different cause, and we realized that we wanted all Europeans to be together in a festival in the UK. So yeah, that's when Amy came on board, and Voila grew. So. Yes, I'm based in Portugal, Amy in the UK, and the festival happens on stage in London, but online everywhere.
Okay, and
So
Saturday, sorry for interrupting you, but Saturday we're going to interview yet another person, who's part of your team, who's based in Vienna. So it seems that the thing is growing and so on and so forth. Okay,
yes.
now we're based here in Italy now, but we basically for nobody's watching us right now, but that doesn't matter. We got the flow going. This is gonna be on our physical TV channel, basically. So people will have access to all this material and so on and so forth. By the way, Amy, your interview is slowly having success because as people I think are digiting Voila whatever, they kind of find it. So I think it's very useful, and I'm happy about that. No, what I'm saying is, we're trying to network here. If you ask me what we're doing, I have no idea whatsoever, but it's cool. And I like it. I don't know. I just like the fact that you're there in Portugal, she's in London, we're here in Italy. It's just great. I don't know. It feels like a family. And like I said, Saturday I'm going to interview yet another person who's in Vienna. And let's talk about your festival for a second. You guys opened up a call for shows. I mean, what's going on? Amy, you want to take over?
Sure. Yeah. So we run an open call every year for the festival. We do that generally in March to April. So now we're in the process of reading all the applications we've received and getting excited. But unfortunately, we can't tell you anything yet about what we're going to program this year because we haven't read everything. So we'll be announcing the festival in September, and then the performances will actually happen in November.
Okay, so you haven't changed the date. We actually changed the date of our festival. That was in February last year. And well, not only because of COVID, but among other things, I don't know, May is kind of a better month here for a number of reasons. We do have quite an inflow of German tourists during that period because it's a Pentecost. I think that's a word, and it's like a German holiday. So I don't know. And last year we had actually some people flying from Bremen to see some of our shows. Cool. And so theaters are opening up in the UK. I understand they already are. They started on the 17th of May, didn't they?
That's right. Yeah.
So what's the story? Do you guys have? I don't know. Have you heard from other sort of theater managers? Are people going to theaters, to venues? What's going on? And then I'll ask Amy, and then Charlotte, you can tell us what's happening in Portugal as well.
Yeah, so theaters are open here. There's a real mix of what people are doing. And actually, I myself have not been to the theater yet. 10 days after they opened, I'm still kind of, there's various degrees of caution, I think, that people have. But yeah, we're open with social distancing. So at the cockpit, there's a production on stage that has social distancing of the audience. And we're still doing lots of things online as well. But yeah, it's a mixed bag. There was a production on the West End that was due to open, and it had to close because someone in the backstage crew got COVID or had a positive test or had some encounter that meant that they couldn't, no one in the company could work for 2 weeks. So that, it's still very precarious, I think. But there are other companies who are very successfully bringing things back to their physical stages. And yeah, there's definitely a feeling of hope here and sort of being on the way back to being able to program things normally, if you like.
Okay. Well, let's speak about coffee for a second. Let me tell you what is happening here. Open air, it's almost 100% safe. Last year, we had 300,000 spectators in different shows in the country in Italy, and I think there was only one single COVID case. God knows how this guy got COVID, by the way. Maybe it was maybe it was his lover, or just it was French kissing, somebody, whatever. Then I guess you can catch it. Sorry about the joke there, Charlotte. And social distancing here. If the weather holds, it's going to be great. Temperature check the entrance, of course. And almost all the companies got a rapid COVID test. So we got actually this morning I received the last message from an Italian company. All of them got tested and stuff like that. I got tested as well because I had to perform in another venue. It's very tiring. It's very expensive. It's very time consuming. Even tracing we gotta keep data for 14 days of all the people that enter the venue. But hey, it is what it is. And I think passion drives us and so on. Charlotte, what is happening in Portugal? I mean, I don't know. I mean, you live there right now. What's going on over there?
Yeah, so I haven't been to the theater yet either, but theaters are open at reduced capacity. And from what I've seen, a lot of stuff is actually selling quite well, to the point that a lot of the posts that I'm seeing from, my community of artists here is, my show's sold out. Because people are craving to go, and it's only half capacity. Also, I've noticed that the shows are programmed for less time. So there's a lot of one-offs, the show's only going to happen once here and then once here, And lastly, I would say that the kind of big houses have programmed pretty conservatively in terms of what they're offering. But, maybe I shouldn't comment anymore, but
I think you should. I think one of the things, our festival kind of strives for, I don't know if that is correct or not, the way he said it, but it's bringing, new stream theater. You call it off theater, you call it whatever you want, but innovation. I call it innovation, something innovative, because the problem with theater, at least, where we stand, is a lot of it is financed by the state. So we're speaking basically about civil servants choosing shows, and they don't take any risk whatsoever.
Yeah.
Oh, we might have lost Tom for a second here. This reminds me of, we had a show at Rich Mix a couple of years ago where they had some kind of, it was all about like AI and robotics, and they had some problem with the tech at one point, and they did a technical difficulties dance to entertain the audience while somebody fixed the robot.
Yeah,
We'll dance with no music.
Yeah. But equally, like Tom started saying in the beginning, you know, like the fact that we are connected like this is really because of the pandemic. Like we started reaching out more digitally.
Charlotte, sorry, I lost it for a second. I'm gonna edit this, but that's okay. That's what happens live.
Don't worry. We just talked about other stuff whilst you were away, and
okay, because you guys can see each other in the studio.
Yeah.
Okay. No, but that's important, I think, and that's what I like. You know, when I immediately clicked with Amy, I don't know why, it's just unconscious. So
yeah, but I was saying that also, like, this digital world has permitted us to you know, rather than either of us coming to each other's festivals, it's much more, you know, it's just that has become something really interesting about the digital, and it has joined us together. And the pandemic also made it that we all wanted to be together and to travel through digital theater, you know, through each other's countries.
Sorry if I'm interrupting you, but I just spoke to the director like 4 days ago at the Prague Fringe Festival. His name is Steve Gore, nice guy. You probably know him, I don't know. And he told me, well, you know, it's like we traveled in a time machine. We were fast forwarding to the future by 10 years. And he was telling me the story of this Italian guy, by the way, like an entrepreneur that came to Prague like 7 years ago. And he proposed to stream shows on the internet. And everybody was looking at him like, you're not going to stream shows on the internet. Never. And you see what happened? But also for programmers, we actually sent out, we got quite a main list of, you know, programmers in France, by the way, in Germany, whatever. So, and it's an opportunity for companies that can travel. In this case, on our online section, we got a company from China, from Chile, from Spain, Switzerland, and, you know, online maybe you don't have that much of an audience, but it will build up. And especially, I think for programmers and us industry professionals, it'll be an opportunity to watch shows, good shows and quality shows. Of course, you got to select them. And you got to bear in mind that you're selecting a show for the online section. Not all theater shows work online. That's my take. So,
absolutely okay. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's some things that, like, there's definitely, I think you're also partnering with the Fringe Review, and I think it's Paul there who's kind of got this tier of like things that transfer, things that transpose, things that are transcending the physical space to be kind of developed online. And there's a fourth one, which is like the main one, but I can't remember it. So there, you'll have to ask Paul about it. But yeah, I really like that sort of way of thinking of that. You know, some shows are made for theater and they should be in a theater, and it loses something if it goes online. Other things are being designed now to be seen online and to have interaction online, you know, to have them, you know, designed for an audience that is international because it can be, and to really, you know, there's a lot of potential there. I think I'm quite passionate about how digital theater can, I think the next 10 years are going to be absolutely fascinating for online work. And that's too bad about the guy in Prague who didn't get to start his theater streaming. He'd be like the expert now.
Yeah, he had the right idea by just timing. You know, there was a guy who actually tried to invent Airbnb like 5 years before Airbnb actually was born. But it was bad timing because Airbnb was born during the 2008 recession. So people were, you know, kind of were thinking to let their rooms given they had these financial problems and so on. So sometimes it's just timing. Guys, I don't want to, you know, make it long. I just remind everybody that we're going to interview also. I forgot his name, by the way. The guy in
Andrea.
Andrea, yeah.
Sorry, Andrea. He's a man, is he?
Yes.
Oops. Sorry, this is my phone ringing. This is my phone ringing. Just a second. So he's a man, is he? He's not a woman. Andrea is a boy. Is it correct? Oh no, sorry, because Andrea sometimes is a name.
I think it's
German,
like Andrea. It kind of has like.
Okay, got it. Sorry, well, it's okay.
It's got a J in it.
Yeah. Okay. No, but let's finish up. So if you guys want to, first of all, we did it. We're here. I don't know what's going to happen, And let me remind about Voilà Festival, and let me remind about the fact you got an open call, and in September you're going to publish the program of the shows, and in November have them probably both live and online, like we're doing. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
An incredible success with the online shows. I did watch one naked. It was good. I enjoyed it very much, and I really actually enjoyed the backstage. Like
chat.
what happened after the show. So I'm gonna copy that from you.
Oh, great.
Now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna interview tomorrow all the companies that are participating in the online section and leave these little interviews like open, so people can watch the interviews as a promotion to watch the shows online. So and it's gonna be confusing because it's gonna be in different languages. So but it's good. We're experimenting. Do you want to say something like a minute each before we wrap up? If you want to, you're not forced.
I would just say, congratulations, Tom. This looks amazing. Your program, it looks really, really exciting. I can't wait to come and see online some of these shows, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for those interviews you mentioned and how you do it in different languages. So that's something that we want to do more at Voilà as well. Like we have a multilingual program, but then all of our I unfortunately only speak English, having been born in Britain and grew up in the States. And I guess I could do something about that. I'm trying. But anyway, we really want to learn how to do like simultaneous translation and multilingual events and performances.
Don't worry.
Keep an eye on how you do that.
It will be messy. It's going to be a huge casino, we say in Italian. Don't worry about that. It's going to be like, not a mess. But I'm probably going to get a major head. Fortunately, I speak several languages. But like I said, you know what? It really doesn't matter. You just need to do it. And I don't know. I don't care. I shouldn't say this, but even, I don't know how many people are going to watch the shows online or if it's going to be a large audience, yes or no. What I can say, we selected these shows because one, they're good, and two, they work very well online. Okay. So we did not throw them at random. Let me add something for your festival before we finish. We're going to record 3 of the shows which are going to play live with a professional camera crew. And after the festival, up until the 30th of June, you'll be able to watch these shows online.
Great. This
is an idea I had. So we create that kind of, because sometimes online shows they're kind of pre-recorded and they're worked out. No, this is going to be like, with a real audience. This is what is going to happen. Open air. It's going to be windy. Maybe that's why we're setting up the lights. Actually, we're not setting up the lights for the theater performances in a way. We're setting up the lights for the video recording. So I have no idea what is going to happen. Maybe the recordings will be horrible. They will not, and they'll be nice. So I don't know. Charlotte,
amazing. Yeah. No, I wish I could be there. There would be nothing that would make me happier than seeing an outdoor show right now with other people and maybe a glass of lovely Italian wine in my hand. But it's great that you'll be filming it because I think that, it's in a degree I'll be able to travel online, but through and feel as if I was there.
Maybe, and I told that to Amy, maybe in November I come to see your festival and do some live streaming from your festival. Because we definitely want to continue this.
Absolutely.
And let's see what happens. Okay. So everyone, that was Amy, Charlotte, Voilà Festival London, www.voilafestival.co.uk. Is that correct?
That's right.
Well, I got a great memory. And,
really good.
Yeah. Like I said, the open call is still open.
No, okay. It's closed.
It's closed now. I'm sorry. You see, I made a mistake. Should have made a mistake. Okay. So, good luck with watching all the shows. We have to watch 111 shows. Major headache. And I'm probably going to hold a workshop in the future on how to film shows for programmers. No, seriously. Because sometimes you've got great shows that are really filmed really badly. And that's bad. Or so.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
tough. It's tough. Yeah.
Okay. Guys, thank you very much, and enjoy London, enjoy sunny Portugal, and bye bye.
Thank you. All the
Ciao.
Take
best.
care, Tom. All the best.
In la
Stay for
bocca del
second.
lupo, no?
Ciao, ciao,
Bocca
ciao.
del lupo. Is that not it?